what you wanted to say, Jake.
I'm not sure what that was in reference to, but good afternoon, everybody. Thank you. The President and the First Lady will welcome President William Ruto and First Lady Rachel Ruto to the White House for a state visit and dinner tomorrow. The official program will actually begin later today with President Biden and President Ruto sharing some informal private time together and then participating together in a technology and investment roundtable with U.S. and Kenyan CEOs and other business leaders in the East Room. President Biden is really looking forward to celebrating and deepening our 60-year-old friendship with Kenya as it grows from a regional partnership to a global one. This is the first state visit by an African head of state in nearly 20 years. It is long overdue, and it's emblematic of the priority that President Biden has placed on our commitment to the people of Africa and to elevating their voices in global governance and global problem solving. In December of 2022, the President hosted leaders from across the African continent for the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit in Washington, D.C., where, in fact, he first met President Ruto. President Biden called for the African Union to be able to join the G20 as a permanent member. And in September of last year, the G20, in fact, welcomed the African Union as a permanent member. We've also had a historic number of senior U.S. government leaders travel to the continent. Since 2022, 24 senior officials have traveled to Africa, including the Vice President, the First Lady, and 7 members of the President's cabinet. Now, as one of our closest strategic partners in Africa, Kenya has worked side by side with the United States to tackle some of the most significant challenges of our time. And over the next few days, you'll see President Biden and President Ruto commit to deepening our partnership on critical and emerging technologies, on improving health, on fighting climate change, on supporting civil society, on enhancing peace and security, and of course on enriching the people-to-people ties between the United States and Kenya. Their statements and their substantive announcements will showcase that our ties, which are founded on shared democratic values, economic aspiration, and global interests, deliver in a tangible way for Americans and Kenyans. Kenya is an emerging technology hub, and so you can expect announcements about new investments in partnership in digital technologies and emerging technologies. President Ruto has been a leading voice on the challenges that debt poses to developing countries. So you can expect he and President Biden will announce their shared vision on how the international community can step up to mitigate the mounting burden of debt and unleash inclusive growth. This visit will also highlight Kenya's important role in global peace and security. The U.S.-Kenya partnership, for example, plays a central role in international efforts to defeat al-Shabaab and other terrorist organizations. And you can expect further announcements over the course of the visit that enhance our security partnership. The United States is also firmly committed to supporting Kenya in its deployment to lead the multinational security support mission to Haiti, which will provide much needed security assistance to the Haitian people. And we appreciate, of course, the strong, principled, consistent stance that Kenya has taken in supporting Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Through this visit, which will unfold through a series of events and culminate in the state dinner tomorrow night, we are demonstrating how, as President Biden has said himself, the United States is all in on Africa and all in with Africa. Most importantly, we are recognizing our rich history of partnership, friendship, and support for Kenya and focusing on our shared future. This year marks 60 years of partnership with Kenya. We're looking forward to the next 60 and the 60 after that. That's what will be on display in this important and historic state visit. And with that, I'd be happy to take your questions. Yeah.
Thanks, Jake. 200 trip over the weekend.